Hey folks, here to talk today about my light and sound system that I've put on my chair. Meant to make this video a good while ago, but I ended up getting sick and being unable to do it and having to put everything off. So here we are. First things first, I've got a link below to a non-affiliate list of all the products that I'm using here at the time of purchase anyway. They were all in stock. I've got notes on everything. Couple things, depending on your chair's tube thickness, these clamps may or may not work for you. I have I've made note of all that stuff like that, but for the most part, a lot of the stuff is pretty universal. To start with, the lights have been updated from the previous system. Previous system had circular caged lights. These are taller, but they're also skinnier. They're brighter as well. I've got them mounted with the this clamp here, and I'm holding most of the wiring either with, you'll see them in a minute, wire clips, or these soft wire tie things, Velcro wire ties. There we go. You can also see here, nope, you can't see that. There you go. You can see there, right up in here, I've got the volume control, but a bit more about that later. Everything on the chair is powered by this battery pack. This is a Talent Cell, what is this, 8300 milliamp hour 12 volt battery. It's got 12 volt out, 9 volt out, and a USB out. And let me just take I've got the mounting system from the Live Active LiveProof quick mount system. I'm just going to take up here. That's the surface mount. I've just got that thrown on there with I've just got that thrown on there with a little bit of E6000, and then that just kind of pops right back on. If I can do it one-handed, there we go. Alright, so the way I've got everything wired up is that when I hit that on, it automatically turns on all of my my lighting, my underchair lighting, and as well as the side strips. Now, let's go ahead and flip this up. Take a good look at the wiring here. And we'll see if we can get on in there. This is the Bluetooth module. I've got my relay up here, and I'm using a wire clip to kind of tuck that away. I'm actually using a wiring harness for the whole setup, and it's making things a lot easier. The fuse for the wiring harness, there's actually a couple of them. One's right here. The other is right in here. As you can see, I've got these wire clips all over the place. holding most of the wires in place. And then I've got, I've used these compression spade connectors to make everything kind of easy connect. Obviously you can, change that up how you want, but the system I'm using right now is it works for me. It's easy, it's modular. I can swap out things that are damaged. These strips, the LED strips, come I want to say like 22 a pack or something like that. And so like this one here is damaged. I'll end up changing out in a few weeks probably, but it makes it a lot easier to change those out, as well as just a lot less hassle than anything a little more permanent. I did disassemble this light bar and put the film on the inside for myself. You can do that if you want, but you need to be aware that there are 2 rubber gaskets running the length of this, and you'll need something. I used forceps basically on each side to just kind of crimp the gasket in place. It's a foam rubber gasket, but you gotta be careful because it breaks really easy. There's one on each side. You can just undo each of these things, the side caps as well. Slide that out. Throw your tint film on that, because this comes clear. Throw your tint film on that. One layer tends to be pretty pink. The second layer, as you'll see, is still a little pink, but it's more red. I left it a little pinker because the pink, as far as I'm concerned, is going to help cut through fog and rain a little bit better than just the red, here in Oregon. But anyway, so I put the film on the inside. That way the film itself is also a bit more weatherproof. Let's go ahead. Oh, and you'll also notice probably, well, no, actually I guess you won't notice, but I do have throughout the chair these, you can kind of see it here, they're basically just matte black retro reflective stickers. So they look black, and whenever light hits them, they just turn bright white. So really nifty little purchase. Anyway, so we've got our main power on. Left side here, this is going to take our headlights and tail light. As you can tell, they're pretty bright. And then on the other side of things, we have the Bluetooth speaker system. Alright, and this does get exceptionally loud. This is, I mean, I can't even turn it up all the way right now because I'm inside. But it works great. Yeah, lets me stay visible and pretty easy. It took me a couple hours to do everything. I had to make a couple of cuts on the wiring harness just to get it to the proper length to run along here. Honestly, the smaller wires from the LEDs were probably the biggest hassle. Not only just stripping them because they're a thinner gauge, but also, there's so many of them that management becomes a little unwieldy. But you also don't have to put as many on here as I have. I've just slapped a ton on here, so I get a good solid glow that matches the chair's accent color. Solid seat pan works best, I've found, for adhering LEDs to the bottom, as well as all the other adhesive stuff that I've got on there. But fabric works as well. My previous was a canvas suspension, and it worked just fine. There are a couple other battery packs you can buy that have either more options or varied, functionality and whatnot. But the key to remember is that if you're going to use the list I'm providing, the pigtails for the wiring are specifically for this unit. I can't get, if you're going to change units, make sure that whatever you're using is going to match. That's it. That's how I got my Tylite Aero Z to have some decent light and sound. Thanks for watching, and I hope I've made someone's day.